Good morning, this is Mrs. Herrera, and we're going to do our classwork review for 421. So today we're going to be talking about identifying sequences. What is a sequence? It's a list of numbers in a specific order. And we have an example here, 5, 8, 11, 14. So your question is, what is the difference between those terms? Terms are the elements of a sequence. 5 to 8, what you do is you take 8 and you subtract 5. And so the difference is 3. 8 menos 5 son 3. 11 menos 8 son 3. Okay, so what we're doing is we're looking at the difference between each of the elements. And so what this difference is called the common difference, and this type of sequence is referred to as an arithmetic sequence. Okay, let's take a look at an example of a real-life sequence. So what we're talking about are the laps around a track by a car. And so the position is the number of laps. If I make 1 lap, 2 laps around, 3, 4, 5, and 6, what will be the cost? Again, this would be an amusement ride, so you're paying. Ignore that, I've added that in. So the cost for 1 lap is $7. The cost of 2 laps is $9. The cost of 3 laps is $11. 4 laps, $13. 5, $15. 6, $17. All right, so if I'm looking for the common difference, how do you get from 7 to 9? You add 2. Or you can say 9 menos 7 son 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. 11 menos 9 son 2. 11 minus 9 is 2. And so what we have here is another arithmetic sequence. So how do we take an arithmetic sequence and create a linear model? Because every arithmetic sequence can be made into a linear function. So what we need to do is we need to find the y-intercept. This common difference is your slope, pendiente in Espanol. So in Spanish, we call that the slope. In English, we say slope. So if I go backwards, when x is 0, or in this case, when n is 0, what would be the cost? So if I'm going up by 2, if I go menos 2, 7 menos 2 son 5. 7 minus 2 would give me 5. So what is that 5? That's your fixed one-time fee. That would be your y-intercept. And this would be your slope. And so we can create a linear model with that information. So for part B, using function notation, f of 3 is equal to 11. The 3 is called the position. He's the third guy in line. 1, 2, 3, third guy in line. Cueste $11. So once I do 3 laps, the cost will be $11. And again, I've written that out for you. This means 3 laps will be $11, the cost for that car going around the track. Again, this is an amusement ride. As a linear model, f of n is equal to 2n plus 5. And so what we see is there's your slope. Where did it come from? The common difference between the terms in the sequence. Where did that 5 come from? That's your y-intercept. And again, that was not given. That is something you need to back into. Okay, the 0 term, which we know doesn't exist in reality, but what it is, it would be before you start, you still have to pay $5. All right, so that's a fixed one-time fee. All right, so let's fill in our numbers. If they say, what is f of 1? That's the cost of 1 lap. And again, the cost of 1 lap, $7. And that's where that comes from. What's the cost of 2 laps? Well, again, I'm going to go up. The cost of 2 laps would be $9. The cost of 3 laps, $11. Okay? Tres tiempos son $11. The cost of 4 laps, and again, that's written f of 4 in function notation, and the cost of 4 laps is 13. All right, and we can finish up. The cost of 5 laps is $15. The cost of 6 laps is $17. So now we want to know what is the domain of this sequence, which we know is a function. And so I'm giving you a little bit more math notation here. This is n, that's a weird looking e, it means is an element of. So n is an element of, that notation is positive integers. And it's a funky looking Z with an extra line in it. In German, the word for numbers is Zahl. And so that's where that Z comes from. You say that doesn't make sense, but again, that is math notation for positive integers. N is an element of the positive integers. Okay, in this specific example, the domain would be our x values or our n values. And so if we go back up, what are our n values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, this 0 is not there. We added that in order to give us a linear model. Okay, what is the range of f of n? The range would be our y's, or, f of n equals. And in this specific example, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, and 17. Siete, see f of n right here, es 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. And so that would be our range. Last, we go to reflection. What does f of 4 mean? F of 4 equals 13 means it is the term in position 4 is 13, or 4 laps cueste $13. 4 laps is $13. All right. Reflect number 2, multiply. So they said, how do we arrive at the term in the sequence given the position n? And so what we did was we multiplied. Again, that's our common difference times the position plus the 5 fixed cost gives us the f of n, or the total cost for n number of laps around the track. This is a linear model. Again, f of n equals 2n plus 5. All right, everybody, have a great day. Hope this has helped you out. Again, what we need to do is self-check, make any necessary corrections, and then upload it into Google Classroom using the add attachment for full credit. If anyone is having internet issues, please contact myself or our other teachers in class, and we will work something out. All right? Have a great day, guys. Stay safe, be healthy. Signing out. See you tomorrow.